First up, Travis Scott is keeping the energy high for the 10th anniversary of his iconic Rodeo album. He's linking up with the legendary artist Jim Joe for a brand new celebration tee, pulling inspiration straight from the archives. This isn't just any merch. It's a deep dive into the creative process that birthed a classic, featuring a design tied to the original Rodeo sessions. You know Jim Joe's work. He's behind some of the most memorable visuals in hip-hop. And this collaboration is set to be another must-have for the fans who live and breathe Travis Scott's legacy. Then, we're shifting gears to the tech world, where Travis Scott made a fashion statement at the Apple iPhone 17 event. Forget the latest gadgets, all eyes were on his feet when he stepped out in a pair of ultra-rare, vintage Apple-branded sneakers from the 90s. These aren't your typical Jordans. They're a piece of tech and fashion history, rumored to be custom-made for Apple employees. We're talking collector's items worth thousands, proving that Travis Scott's style game is as innovative as the tech he's celebrating. Next, we're heading north to Canada for a massive celebration of music. SOCAN is marking its 100th anniversary with the 35th SOCAN Awards, honoring the titans of Canadian music. Get ready for a star-studded event in Toronto, paying tribute to legends like Joni Mitchell and contemporary powerhouses like Drake and Boy Wonder. This is a centennial celebration of songwriting and composition, recognizing the artists who have shaped the soundscape for a century and are poised to define the next. And finally, we're hitting the gridiron for NFL Week 1 fashion. Football is back, and so is the ultimate game day drip. We're talking about the freshest kicks hitting the sidelines, with Travis Scott's collaborations once again dominating the scene. From George Kittle to Tedero McMillan, see who rocked the best Travis Scott heat and what other players are setting the style standard. Don't miss out on the sneaker drops and fashion battles. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the Caniscope, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a beat. Travis Scott and Jim Joe drop iconic Rodeo anniversary tee. Travis Scott is continuing to celebrate the monumental 10th anniversary of his seminal album, Rodeo. And this time, he's collaborating with the enigmatic artist Jim Joe for a special edition merchandise drop. This isn't just another piece of apparel, it's a direct nod to the creative genesis of Rodeo, featuring a design inspired by a whiteboard utilized during the album's recording sessions. For fans who remember the buzz around the album's creation, this Jim Joe collaboration brings a piece of that history full circle. Jim Joe's artistic footprint is undeniable, having contributed to iconic projects like Drake's If You're Reading This It's Too Late album art and graphics for Kanye West's Yeezus era. This new tee, directly referencing a Mike Dean Instagram post of the whiteboard from the Rodeo era, is a collector's item that bridges the gap between the album's production and its enduring legacy. This release follows Travis Scott's recent collaboration with Cactus Plant Flea Market, which also delved into the Rodeo archives, even featuring a tee inspired by the track Piss on Your Grave with Kanye West. Fresh off the success of Jack Boy's 2 hitting #1 on the Billboard 200, Travis Scott continues to solidify his influence across music and fashion. The internet is buzzing about this deep-cut collaboration, with fans eager to own a piece of Rodeo history. The scarcity and artistic significance of the Jim Joe connection have collectors and fans alike on high alert. And that's just the beginning of the heat we're covering today. Stick around, because the style game is about to get even more interesting. Travis Scott's unexpected Apple sneakers steal the show at iPhone 17 event. While Apple unveiled its latest innovations at the iPhone 17 event in Cupertino, Travis Scott turned heads for an entirely different reason: his footwear. Stepping away from his usual signature Jordans, Scott sported a pair of incredibly rare, vintage Apple-branded sneakers manufactured by Omega Sports in the mid-1990s. These aren't reproductions. They're authentic pieces of Apple history, featuring the iconic rainbow Apple logo and red lettering on a classic white leather design. According to Sotheby's, these custom-made sneakers were originally given to Apple employees attending a national sales conference, and a pair recently fetched around $7,442 at auction. The appeal of these obscure gems lies in their connection to Apple's golden era, making them highly sought after by collectors and a frequent feature on sneaker enthusiast accounts. The unique design has even inspired collaborations, like the one between Concepts and Mephisto. Scott's choice to wear these vintage Apple kicks alongside other notable attendees like Mr. Beast and Verdi cemented his status as a style icon who appreciates not just music, but also the intersection of technology and fashion history. For those still looking for a Travis Scott sneaker fix, his upcoming Air Jordan 1 Low collaboration with Fragment Design is set to drop soon. This bold fashion choice sparked immediate conversation online, with many praising Scott's unique taste and appreciation for rare artifacts, while others debated the merits of vintage tech meets fashion. But Travis Scott isn't the only one making waves in the music world. We're heading to Canada next for a centennial celebration you won't want to miss. SOCAN celebrates a century of Canadian music excellence. Get ready for a monumental celebration as SOCAN marks its 100th anniversary with the highly anticipated 35th SOCAN Awards. Set to take place on September 29, 2025, at the iconic Rebel venue in Toronto, this event will shine a spotlight on the most accomplished songwriters, composers, and music publishers in Canada. Hosted by the dynamic Arisa Cox and Andrew Fung, the evening promises a spectacular showcase of talent, performances, and a heartfelt tribute to the artists who have shaped the nation's musical identity for a century. This year's honorees represent the diverse and global influence of Canadian music, with special recognition going to luminaries like Joni Mitchell, Drake, and Boy Wonder. The prestigious, the SOCAN, award itself is a unique musical instrument, this year tuned with notes from Joni Mitchell's classic, Both Sides Now, symbolizing the enduring harmony of music creation. As SOCAN looks back on 100 years of empowering creators, this gala is not only a celebration of past achievements, but also a forward-looking tribute to the next generation of Canadian music innovators. This landmark event is generating immense excitement among artists and fans alike, celebrating the rich legacy and bright future of Canadian music on a global stage. From the sounds of Canada to the roar of the crowd, our next story is all about who's bringing the heat to the football field. NFL Week 1 fashion, Travis Scott kicks dominate the sidelines. Football is back, and so is the high-stakes fashion game on the NFL sidelines. Week 1 proved that game day style is just as crucial as on-field performance, with players showcasing a blend of luxury and streetwear. Once again, Travis Scott's collaborations with Nike and Jordan brand have emerged as the undisputed kings of hype, with multiple players rocking his coveted kicks. From George Kittle sporting a standout pair to Teteroa McMillan making a statement, the question is, who wore the best Travis Scott heat? Beyond Scott's designs, the field was a runway featuring other notable styles, including Kyler Murray's ultra-rare Louis Vuitton X Nike Air Force Ones and Slay's subtle yet sophisticated Nigel Sylvester X Air Jordan 1 Lows. The New York Giants are making a strong case for the most fashionable team, with players like Jevon Holland rocking Off-White X Air Jordan 1s and John Runyon Jr. sporting the Jarritos X Nike SB Dunk Low. Rookies are also making their mark, with Abdul Carter in black cement Air Jordan 3s and Cameron Scatibo embracing his Natureb persona with custom fits. Even players like DeAndre Carter surprised with the mythical Nike SB Dunk Low Freddie Krueger, a true holy grail for sneaker collectors valued at tens of thousands. The tunnel walks are officially the new pre-game show, proving that in the NFL, style points count. Fans are flooding social media with debates over the best fits, with Travis Scott sneakers consistently topping the lists and driving sneaker culture's influence in professional sports. And that brings us to the end of today's rundown. But don't go anywhere yet, we've got a lightning round recap coming your way. All right, Scope fam, that's a wrap on today's headlines. We saw Travis Scott dropping anniversary merch with Jim Joe, Travis Scott rocking vintage Apple kicks, SOCAN celebrating 100 years of Canadian music legends, and the NFL Week 1 fashion show proving Travis Scott sneakers are still reigning supreme on the field. You don't want to miss another minute of the action, so make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell, drop a comment below with your favorite story, and follow us on all social platforms for even more exclusive content. We'll catch you next time on the Can I Scope.